Hi there, and welcome back to Blue Ocean English. This is lesson number 5 in a series, How to Really Learn Pronunciation. In this video, we will do a review of the first 4 lessons and the phonemic chart, all the symbols and sounds that we use to speak English, and then I will show you what you need to do to learn how to use these symbols so that they can become useful for you. How you can practice the symbols and how to use your new skill in your world when you are speaking and using English. So let's first begin with a review of the phonemic chart. So these are symbols for all of the sounds in English. There are 44 symbols, and these are all the sounds that you need when you are speaking English. So each symbol represents a sound. There are 3 different parts of the chart. We have the single vowel sounds, so that's one vowel sound. A vowel is A, E, I, O, U. Then the second group is the double vowel sounds. These are vowels also, but there are 2 sounds. And then the third part, the largest, are the consonants. A consonant is not a vowel. So let's quickly go through all of the sounds, and I'll give you an example word for each one. The first group, the single vowel sounds. So the first symbol, E, like sheep. And then I, like ship. U, like good. Oo, like moon. E, like bed. Like America. Like bird. Or, like door. A, like cat. A, like up. R, like car. And O, like not. So that's E, I, U, oo, E, or, a, R, O. Now let's move on to the double vowel sounds. These are vowel sounds, but there are 2 sounds. So let's start with the first one. Ear, like ear. A, like say. Ua, like newer. Oi, like boy. O, like show. Air, like care. I, like buy. Ow, like cow. So all together, that's ear, a, ua, oi, o, air, I, ow. And then the last group, the consonants. So p, pen. B, book. T, top. D, do. Ch, church. J, judge. K, kilo. G, go. F, food. The, 5. Th, with. The, this. S, so. Z, zoo. Sh, shop. J, vision. M, most. N, not. Ing, sing. H, hello. L, look. R, rice. W, walk. And y, yes. So that's all of the symbols and sounds that we use to say any word in English. Okay, now I'll just explain some small things about using this chart and the symbols to help you understand how to use them in the real world. The first thing to say about using these symbols is that these 2 dots here shown on these symbols, this means it's a long sound. So for example, or they are long sounds. So these 2 dots on a symbol mean it's a long sound. The second thing to say is we use these 2 symbols at the start and the end when we are writing using these symbols to show that it's not using the alphabet that we're using the phonetic symbols. When we write using these symbols, often you will see syllables indicated. So a syllable is a piece of a word. So for example, the word meter has two syllables, me-ta, me-ta. And so a syllable is shown using what we call an apostrophe, this symbol, and then a space. So you can see the word in letters. The word meter is written like this, meter. And then the last thing to say is there are some letters in the alphabet that are not on this chart. So these are the letters that don't have a symbol. So there's no C, J, Q, X or Y. We don't have a symbol for these letters. So for example, the letter X, if I'm saying the letter itself, we would use these three symbols. This is the sound X. Or if I write it in X-ray, it would be written this way. Or the letter Q is always written with a K and a W. Okay, so that's it for the rules around using phonetic symbols. Now we're going to begin your journey learning to use these symbols, reading and writing. So learning to use these symbols, I think, is a bit like learning new words in a new language. So you have a list of words, and what you want to do is change them into the phonetic symbols, and then learn to do it in reverse. So you have words with the symbols written, and you need to find out what the word is. So it's like translating from the symbols to the word, or the word to the symbols, and doing it both ways. This is how you can learn to read and write the symbols. And remember, when you begin this, your objective is not learning pronunciation, it's learning to use the symbols. So your objective is to do these exercises and practice words, not to get the pronunciation right now, that comes later. Now the objective is learn to use the symbols. So you can write using the symbols, and you can learn to do this quite quickly. It doesn't take much time, just a couple of hours, and you can begin to understand how to use them. And most good dictionaries will have the phonetic symbols for the pronunciation next to the word, and websites like dictionary.com or any of the dictionaries online will have the phonetic symbols next to the word. And of course, a great way to learn these symbols is keep watching this series, and I will show you lots of exercises that will help you to learn to use the symbols. So we'll begin looking at some words, and we'll divide the words into three groups with the three different groups on the phonemic chart. So first we'll look at some words that use the single vowel sounds. First two words I've chosen are to show you the difference between a long sound and a short sound. So we have these two sounds, the E and I. So the two words are sheep and ship. So these two words, sheep uses a long E sound, and ship is a short I sound. So sheep, ship. Then the next word also uses the E sound, is meter, we saw before. So meter is a long sound E, and then this is the most common sound in English, the You'll see this everywhere when you begin to learn these symbols. So it's meter, and here you can see the syllables are shown, meter. The next one, also using the sound, is picture. So we write picture like this, picture, picture. Now I'll show you two words using two long sounds. So here we've got these two symbols, and or. So we have the word sir and saw, or. Okay, the next one, the word carpet. So this might surprise you the way we say this. Carpet is the long R sound, and then pit, I. So carpet. So this is a good example of many words that you think you know how we say it, but maybe you don't actually hear exactly what we say. Okay, now let's look at some words using the double vowel sounds. So the first word I've got for you is hello. So hello is written like this. So he, short sound, and then o, hello. Then the next word I have for you is a good word because we can use these two symbols together. The word is earache. Earache is when you have pain in your ear. So earache is just these two symbols together and just the k sound at the end. Ear, a, k, ache, earache. An ache is a good example of a word that looks very difficult when you see it. Maybe it's very strange to understand how to say it. When you write it using the symbols, it's very simple. Ache, ache. And the last one, let's try it with a sentence. But now I'm going to write it using the symbols, and let's see if we can understand what the words are. So here is the sentence using some symbols. You can pause the video and try to understand what this sentence is saying. So here, the first word, we have I, and then care, care. So I care, about, and then my, and the last word, house. So I care about my house. Okay, and the last group, let's choose some words with consonants. The first word I've chosen is butchers, and butchers is written like this. So butchers. So again we have that like America. Butcher, butchers. And the next word, song. So song is written using these symbols, using the ing sound. And now I'm going to show you some words again written using the symbols, and you can pause the video to see if you can understand what the word is. So here's the first word, shower. So shower, shower. The next word, this is yellow. So yellow, yellow. And the last one, so this is TV, TV. So that long E sound, TV. Okay, that's it for the words today. So what's next? Now you've learnt to use these symbols a little bit, and you can learn to say any English word just like me, just like a native speaker. This is a great thing that you've learned. This will be very useful for you in the future. Now you need to use these symbols so that you don't forget them. Practice using them so that you don't forget what they mean. You can watch my series of videos. I will have lots of examples in the next videos of words that you can use to help learn the symbols for the correct pronunciation. These videos are not so that you can learn the pronunciation, but so that you can learn to use the symbols so that you don't forget. But also, like I said, you can use dictionaries. You can make lists of words that are hard for you to say, and then look in the dictionary at how we say them, and then understand the symbols. And then the last thing to say about using these symbols is something important. When you see words where you have made a mistake, don't just ignore the mistake. Very often you will find you are making the same mistake many times with the same symbols, or some symbols are easy for you, some symbols and sounds are very hard for you and you don't hear them or you don't say them well. So when you make mistakes, pay attention to the mistakes because they will show you what you need to practice. You will find you're often making the same mistakes, so it will show you what symbols and sounds you need to practice. And remember, it's not just about learning to speak, this is about learning to listen as well. It will change the way you hear words, not just the way you say words. I'm just going to leave you with one very good example of this. This is a good example to show you how you think you listen, but you don't really listen very well. So, if I show you this example phrase, and I'm sure all of you will say, I know how to say that perfectly, just like a native speaker. I went to the shops. Easy. But the problem is, you will not find a native speaker who says that. I went to the shops. That's not what we say. Ever. We never say that. If you listen to what we really say, I went to the shops. I went to the shops. So we don't say to, we don't use the oo sound. We say to, like America. I went to the shops. And the problem is, you've never heard it. You've never heard us say that. And we all say it all the time in a sentence. Here's a good example of a word that you think you know how we say it, but there's a little difference. You say to, we say to. Okay, that's it for today. In this video, we did a review of the phonemic chart and the way that we write the words, and I showed you some words using all the different symbols. In the next video, I will explain why it's so difficult to understand native English speakers when they speak, and how maybe the time in English is a bit different for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Just another typical summer day here in England. Before I leave you with a song, it's just me doing everything here at Blue Ocean English. So if you like what I'm doing and you want to support my channel, please like, share, comment or subscribe. I also have books available to buy on Amazon. There is an Ocean of English phrasal verbs and an Ocean of English idioms. 3 books in each series, all with hundreds of phrasal verbs or idioms, and each with 3 clear examples and a picture to help you understand. And I also have an Ocean of English pronunciation with everything you need to learn fantastic English pronunciation. That's all from me. Thank you for watching, and wherever you are, try to feel English today.
Attack, front to back, in this thing called rap. Feel like a double rhyme double on a heavenly level. Bang the bass, turn up the treble. Blast on my day and night all the time. 714, flies the line. Maniac, radiac, winning the game. I'm the lyrical Jesse James. police will try to save them, your voice will sing. So please, stay off my back, or I will attack, and you don't want that.